Hello, welcome to episode 1 of Calling My Best Friend, a podcast where I, Braith, call my best friend Jeremiah. We did an episode 0 sort of as a test to get some feedback and got no feedback, so we're not changing anything yet. Hopefully you didn't hate it too much, and hopefully you don't hate this one. The last text I got from Jeremiah read, "God damn, the owner of this place is here and he's yelling and he's saying he's going to kick my roommates' asses." So I don't know what's going on. Going to call him and find out. He sent me that a little while ago while I was at work, so I'm eager to hear the story. Let's go ahead and give Jer a call and see what he's got to say.
Hello?
Hey, Jer?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm recording this. I hope you don't mind.
For the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Now, let me just tell you something about Shit Town, California.
All right.
This is for all you S-Town fans out there. You're going to love... That's a little preview that we pulled straight from the podcast.
Do you think if we get 100 episodes into this, you'll every episode still be saying, "Now let me tell you"?
I don't know. Yeah, I can see that, I think.
All right. That's a good podcast then. We can call it Shit
right.
Town.
Yeah, Shit Town. Welcome
Cool.
to Shit Town, you guys. In Shit Town, you have two best friends just catching up. That's what Shit Town's about.
This is already off to a good start. Again.
Yeah.
2 for 2.
Yeah.
Although
Wait,
this is technically our episode 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you started off.
The first
at
real
episode 0.
episode started episode 0 off bad, starting episode 1 off bad.
Yeah, or good.
No.
I like that right now your audio is the same as mine, but when we listen to this, you're going to sound a lot more clear than me.
Yeah, my whole bit originally was I was gonna have you record my audio from your phone too, so it's just 2 phone audios. But that would take a lot longer.
Cool.
It would have been cool.
Yeah.
Maybe for a special episode.
Okay.
10.
What do you guys think about that? We'll read that in the comments.
As a special treat, do you want us to have the most garbage audio on both ends?
That's what people's into.
That's what people's into.
Yeah, people's into that.
Well, I prefaced this episode by reading the text you sent me last about your landlord gonna kick your roommates' asses.
Oh, yeah. So that's kind of a situation right now.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Do I just go into that story?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay, well, that's not how my week started off, but...
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like if I go into that story, then there's going to be a lot of... Like, I could add some foreshadowing, but that won't make sense if I tell it out of order.
Okay, you can go in order. I don't care.
Okay. Well, hold on. I took notes so that I would remember. Yeah.
I don't have... Yeah, nothing happened to me other than... I told you earlier nothing had happened to me in the week, but I was on the train home, and so I got these light blue jeans, and usually I wear black jeans all the time.
I saw pictures of them.
Yeah.
They look cool.
Thanks. But
yeah.
So an issue I forgot about them is you can't spill anything on them or it looks like you pissed yourself.
Even ketchup?
Yeah, even ketchup.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
But
sure.
So I've had this issue all day where I go into the bathroom and I lean over the counter to wash my hands, and so I just get this
keep pissing.
This mark perfectly on my crotch. It's just wet. And so I have to go, after I wash my hands, I have to go back into the stall and wait there for like 5 minutes and try and dab at it with paper towels. But anyways.
So you're dabbing at your crotch.
Yeah.
Sort of
I go to the handicap stall
pop culture pun
so I can get
thing?
into, it's a pop culture thing. Just a lot of dab references.
We're just adding a couple dabs into the podcast now to
all right, take a listen.
Kind of liven it up. So if everyone listening in could just do a dab right now. 3, 2, 1, dab.
Okay. And we're back.
Yeah, thank you.
So anyways, I've had that problem all day, And I was on the train home, and so I had one of the inside seats on the train, which means that I don't ever have to get up for anybody. I got a window seat.
Sure. Yeah.
But people kept sitting down next to me, and then as soon as a seat would open across the train, they would get up and move to that seat. Nobody would, like 5 people did this, so I was very self-conscious. Yeah, and this has never happened before. And this is the first time I wore these pants on public transportation. So I was concerned thinking that, I've got this piss mark, but I checked, it was all clear.
Is that enough for people to move away?
That's the only thing I could think of. And then I thought, what, do I smell bad? I don't know. So I was like subtly trying to...
You have had that problem before.
I've had that problem before. And speaking of... So
with his feet.
I thought
Stinky feet.
Maybe my feet were smelling bad.
Yeah.
But no, I got home. I took a sniff of both my feet and my shoes. Both are fine.
Are you raising... So you're grabbing your foot and you're pulling that foot up to your face?
Yeah, I was crisscross applesauce, and then I fully committed to it and put my head down there too.
It's a funny visual.
But it wasn't my feet. So I have no idea why people were so desperate to get away from me.
It's those blue pants. They know that you normally wear black pants.
I really thought that was it, but it wasn't. And it wasn't my feet either.
Yeah, I don't know what that could be. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's not a great way to make friends if everyone's moving away from you.
That's what I thought. I wanted to tell them about this podcast, see if we get an extra couple of views.
Dang, they really missed out on that one. They're not going to hear about S-Town anymore. Tomorrow.
It's a new day.
Yeah.
I'm going back to black pants. And that'll be that.
I think the pants look cool.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then I forgot about these problems.
The pee-pee.
Yeah.
Pee-pee marks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like wear like longer shirts or
I had a long jacket on too, yeah.
Yeah, anytime you lean over and really the issue is the person washing their hands before you is just getting water all over the place.
See, my concern is they're getting piss all over the place. And so I'm just getting other people's piss from the counter onto my own pants.
And that basically, it's the same thing at that point.
Yeah, it's going to smell the same.
That piss is ending up on someone's crotch.
Eventually, yeah, which sucks.
Or shirt, or long tee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like I'll go into like a public restroom and then the sink will be wet and then I always feel like my elbow will like brush it or, something, and it's usually just a gross feeling altogether. I just don't like touching anything that's like a wet surface. It's always gross. Because
it's not just water, it's slimy somehow. No matter what's on the counter, it's got a slime to it.
You're getting up all that grime's coming out.
You take the I'm from the grime.
Exactly.
Make slime.
And that's how they make slime. Amit's listening in on this, and he's smiling right now, and he's just shaking his head.
Our friend Amit works for Nickelodeon, so he knows all about slime.
Yeah, and he loves when we get the recipe wrong.
That's true.
He's just
I don't get the fascination with that, but he loves it when we mess that up.
He clears it up afterwards, though, with his coworkers.
But we never learn. We always get it wrong again.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So, how's your week been, man?
Wait, what?
How's your week been?
It's been all right. I was going to look at my notes. We went on this long tangent. Hold on, let me bring them up real quick.
We're coming up pretty close on time here.
What?
We're coming up pretty close on time. I want to keep this down to a 10-minute show.
I need a better way of keeping notes because it's just sentences and that have it's just like a thing that happened and trying to remember the story around it.
Just set reminders.
Huh?
Just set reminders on your phone.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to do that. But so at the beginning of my week, the last, I think, podcast, I don't know if you edited this out. I don't remember hearing it, but I said, I had some maybe exciting news.
No, I left that in because you were an asshole and you wouldn't tell me about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can unveil the exciting news.
All
I
right.
guess.
This is what I like to hear.
So, what?
This is what I like to hear. This is what I wanted to hear last
Yeah.
time.
Okay. So, turns out we got over 100 listeners on our podcast. And I wanted to wait to confirm that, and well, the numbers are in. We got over 100 listeners. So.
Wow. Well,
yeah,
that
was exciting news.
It's exciting news, and I did not see that one coming, to be honest. 100? Are you sure?
Listeners. I know everyone's dying to know.
All 100 listeners.
News. Yeah, all 100 listeners. The exciting news is that if you know me, you probably or if you grew up with me, or if you grew up with Braith, or just like any of our friends, we all love Tim and Eric, or we loved Tim and Eric at one point.
At one point, definitely.
Or Dr. Steve Brule. Check it out. We enjoyed that show. We enjoy the company, or the production company, Absolutely Productions. And so the exciting news that is being announced live.
It's not live, but go ahead, continue.
Is that I am going to be an intern.
Whoa!
Oh! Is there a sound effect you can play over that?
No, I don't want to do too much editing.
Okay, well.
But maybe I'll play that my
I'm
whoa
sure
again
people
twice.
Listening are cheering.
Whoa!
Probably.
Whoa!
From their perspective, it's like a party.
Yeah, if this made you cheer, go ahead and record that on your phone and email it over to cmbfpodcast@gmail.com. I'll be sure to include it in the next episode.
At the beginning. So, yeah.
Yep.
At the beginning of the next podcast will be all the cheers for me getting the internship. And
if there's no cheers, then that's that. We're just starting with this regular song.
Exactly. So,
well, dude, congrats. That's awesome.
Hey, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I got the news this morning. I had applied. Wait, hold on.
Okay, waiting.
Oh wait, hold on. I got to take a call real quick.
Are you serious?
Can you edit this part out?
No, I don't want to do too much editing.
Okay, well, I have to take this call.
Okay.
Well, it's just you and me now, listeners. A little bit about my week. Been going to work every day. For dinner last night, I got pizza. We have a little pizzeria around here. You can get slices. I went ahead, got pepperoni. I've been doing pesto a lot, but I realized that it was too dry and I couldn't really eat it. And it was just giving me an upset stomach. So I switched it up to the pepperoni this time. Did not feel too sick afterwards, so that was a plus. And yeah, really enjoyed it. I've got nothing. I'm just going to wait for Jeremiah to call back because this is boring me. All right, Jeremiah just texted me. He said his call is over, so we're going to call him back. And here we go.
Hey, you've reached Jeremiah's
Whoa,
voice.
Jer, are you on the phone?
I'm on it.
Jer?
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I called you and then you called at the same time. So I got your voicemail.
Oh, wait, you got my voicemail?
Yeah, now everybody knows what that sounds like.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, sorry guys. Super professional.
Yeah, not very professional. Didn't you get in trouble for that one time?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it sounds like right now, but it used to be way more, I guess, unprofessional. And a client actually called me and he left a voicemail. And then the next time I talked to him, he was like, "What's up with your voicemail? Like, it's a little strange. You know, you might want to change."
He did not say it like that.
Dude, yeah, he did. I mean, not like that, but he said it was strange, and then I needed to change it because it's off-putting.
Well, did you learn your lesson?
And I think I did.
All right.
It's changed now, and the next time he called, he was quite pleased.
Okay, well, that's all that matters. Pleasing the client.
Yeah, pleasing people that aren't you.
Yep.
Yeah, that aren't you or your friends.
It's being selfless. Put other people before you.
Yeah.
So don't be so snide about saying that.
Yeah, and really, when it comes down to it, it's all about the paycheck and whatever you can do to somehow bring yourself closer to some form of currency. You just got to make those changes.
Yeah, definitely.
So on this podcast, we're all about giving advice that helps out our listeners. And
rule number 1 is try and get currency. Rule number 2 is try and get fame.
And if
Yeah.
nobody's going to help you get either of those, they're not worth your time. Do not talk to them.
Yeah, exactly. You wanna befriend people that can further your image, that can help accelerate it.
Yep.
They're gonna make you look good, but you don't want to make any type of connection that's like hard to let go of, because you're constantly letting go of people if you're like us.
Now, what if that connection's pretty high? Like, we're talking Orlando Bloom level.
Well, no, you're keeping that guy. But I'm
okay,
saying
so you don't have to worry. Like, if they're real high up, you don't have to worry about losing those connections.
Yeah, until you get to his level or above his level.
So just don't hold on to the little ones, because they're not going to elevate you.
The little guy in this situation is he doesn't really need respect, and he's not going to get you anywhere.
Yep. Okay.
So,
yeah, that follows our two rules: get money, get fame.
Okay. Yeah, get money, get fame, and
words to live by.
That's it. Yeah. Anyways,
I mean, that's where we got to where we are now. What kind of car are you driving again?
I've got a 2010 Honda Civic, and
nice.
I did have to let go of some people to get this car.
Because you got the sport package on that, right?
The which one?
Or no, you have your locks are all manual.
Yeah, I got the manual locks because it's a great way to, if you're on this is straight out of a movie, but if you ever go into a car, you open the door for a woman or a man.
Whoa.
Yeah.
When you were saying it, I was visualizing it in my head, and it was very cinematic.
Yeah. So you open the door for them, they get inside, and your door's still, like if you have an automatic lock, one of those clicker things, like that's unlocking every door.
At the same time,
doors where you have to unlock it manually, if they don't unlock the door, that's not marriage material. If they don't unlock the door for you after you unlocked it for them and let them.
Since it's your car, shouldn't you be the one to unlock it?
Yeah, I unlocked it for them. But
okay. First. You're acting as if your guest should be unlocking it for you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so if they unlock it for you, marry them.
Okay.
Marry up. Yeah.
That's actually our third rule that both you and I have lived by since high school.
Yeah.
Get money, get fame, marry up.
Get married.
Get married.
And marry up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Get money, get fame, get married.
Up.
And really just have a long, fulfilling life, happy life.
Yeah. And another thing
another saying we live by is
happy wife, happy life. Happy life?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. That's Jeremiah and I.
Another one's
we used to film weddings a lot. Live, laugh, love. That's another a classic. Yeah. But we used to film weddings. We did that for about 5 years. Maybe more? Did you do it for more than 5 years?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
we learned...
I might even still be in it, depending on how much
money you get from this.
Yeah.
Well, we learned a lot about marriage.
Or who I have to marry.
And we learned to appreciate it a lot. So just want to give shout out to all you married couples out there. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking by.
He looks good.
Yeah. And, no rush to children, but if that's the next step for you, then, hey, congratulations.
Yeah, over here on this podcast, we are huge advocates for love and marriage.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I guess not really speaking of, but...
Speaking of, is this the sponsor now?
No, dude. Don't plug them because I couldn't get the paperwork to go through.
Okay, well...
But instead, how about we hear the beginning of your story?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Or the beginning of your week, should I say.
Okay. I feel like I was about to say something before it got interrupted. Do you remember what I was saying?
No, but now I feel bad for interrupting.
No. Well, anyway.
Oh, by the phone call. I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah. What was I saying before that?
I don't know. This for reference,
this is where,
Jeremiah.
Podcast listeners get frustrated.
Yeah,
they're like, "No, you were supposed to."
That's the thing. A bit I was gonna say we could implement. Like we both have an idea on the tip of our tongue, but it's a well-known fact, and neither of us can get to it for at least 30 minutes.
All right, let's implement.
But just so we don't come off as the assholes, for reference, Jeremiah got interrupted by a phone call.
and he is in Hollywood now, so this makes sense. He neglected to call me back until the following day, and that's where we're at now, so I do not remember what we were talking about.
Yeah, this is a whole 24 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in my car.
And I'm still not happy about it.
And it's still 8 p.m. Well, I guess that would make sense. 24 hours later, it would be...
Yeah, there's 24 hours in a day, so if you go...
Yeah.
If you go 24 hours ahead, you're going to be at the exact time that you were the day before.
Dude, wait. I didn't know you did some math stuff in college. That's pretty good.
Just brief trigonometry. I don't think I learned that in that
Nice.
class, surprisingly, though. I think I might have learned that in history.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because technically
history is all
24
numbers.
hours in the past, if you go directly count back 24, you will end up at that exact time yesterday, which is now history.
That's true. Yeah, and as all great historians have once said and will continue to say, is that history, well, it's all numbers, baby.
That my professor would always say, history, it's in the past.
Oh, yeah, there you go. How many hours in the past?
Well, nobody knows that, but 24 hours exactly to this time yesterday is what we do know.
Dude, okay, we got ourselves a historian here.
Well, let's put
And
ourselves
as all historians have said,
24 times 7 in the past. Go to the beginning of your week where this story begins, and let's hear about it.
Yeah, okay, well, so at the beginning of the week, I revealed the news, right?
Yeah,
That's
you
what I was
revealed
talking about?
absolutely internship. Speaking of, what does that internship consist of? What are you going to be doing?
Okay, well, I don't know how much I can talk about it.
Sure,
like how much
I
stuff
mean,
I
don't
can
get
say,
fired already.
But I will give my good friend Brad. Maybe I'll say his last name.
Okay, I'll bleep that out.
Yeah, give him no credit. No one can.
Sorry, Brad.
Him.
Never met you, but you seem like a nice guy.
Yeah. Well, my good friend Brad Rowland, he currently is a PA at ABSO.
What's PA?
I think it's I don't know. I was gonna go for a joke, but
we could do this. Could be. Let's just go on for a half hour about what this could possibly
jokes?
mean. No.
Yeah.
PA. People's
political
advocate.
agenda.
Political agenda. Okay.
Yeah.
He has a political agenda at ABSO?
Yeah, dude, and they are all right wing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it makes
it's crazy.
sense.
I'm living with a maniac. Yeah. They're putting out material, and it's straight up. It's gonna make you uncomfortable.
Okay.
Let's just be real here.
Hey.
It's gonna make you question a lot of what you believe in. All you liberals out there, you're gonna have to man up if you're gonna watch some absolutely videos and skits. So sorry.
I don't like it,
sorry
but
to say that.
That's reality, so I will deal with it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what they're about. So, Brad, he was able to get me he's a PA. He's got a PA there. He's got a political agenda at ABSO. And with that agenda, he was able to get my name in there. I guess an intern had, I don't know, like dropped out or going back to school or something, going to get his history lesson.
Wait, Brad
I don't know
is?
what he's doing, but no, this intern.
Oh, okay.
And so then Brad hit me up. He said, this guy's leaving. This is an opportunity. Would you like, me to throw your name out there? And yeah, so I got the internship, and I don't mind that I'm starting off as an intern because it's like, that's where I want to be at, like.
Sure. It's starting as an intern at something that you actually care about.
I love video game.
Yeah, me too.
References.
I love video games.
I love video games.
We were joking earlier, Jeremiah and I, we play video games, but we're not really that into them.
Yeah.
It's kind of a boring job.
We're not freaking nerds.
Yep,
all right?
That's for sure.
We love sex and we love beer.
And
there's no question about it.
We'll put those in our top 5 because we are still about money and marriage and the other
fame.
one. And fame, yeah.
Yeah. But below, right below those, you have beer and sex.
Yep, definitely.
Within the marriage, though.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so, starting off at very entry level, but yeah, it's within something like I have loved Abso
Right.
since high school, you know? So, like, it's kind of crazy. I'm kind of nervous that
Yeah, dude.
I'm going to be going there.
Real. I mean, they've been such huge influences on us.
Yeah, and a lot of
crazy.
our friends, too.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's, like, a huge... I mean, like, most of my close friends, we all have kind of, like, a similar sense of humor.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be weird to, like, work at a place where
people are funnier than you.
It's like I'm there now. Like I'm going to be in that influential
You're going to be the one
humor
inspiring those other 15-year-old kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be me. That's written in my contract.
That's
I'm going to
crazy.
be the most influential intern they've ever seen. But yeah, I'm nervous, and I'm nervous, excited, scared, because first day of like any job is usually scary. I don't know. Like I'm sure we both have social anxiety. And
yeah.
So like that's usually the most, like, it comes out the most when I'm like starting a new job or something
definitely.
like that.
I have to wear 3 shirts on my first day because I'm sweating so much.
Is that real?
Well, usually 2. One and one very thick one that equates to 2. Yeah, you've got me nervous thinking about your first day, so I just wanted to kind of impress you with how many shirts I was wearing.
Nervous lie to it.
Yeah. I do apologize. I don't feel good about lying.
Yeah.
I meant to, but I don't. Looking back, it was a mistake.
The 6th thing we're about is honesty.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you got...
We'll get to the all 10 eventually, but...
Nice.
What's that beeping?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Huh?
What was it?
Oh, that was my... I had a little sticky thing on my sock, and I wanted to throw them outside.
The sticky thing was making a beeping?
No. Huh? That was my car beeping, but I threw this little prickly guy.
Oh, it detected that
car.
you were getting a little irritated?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that was me beeping. Making those sounds. It's to make sure we kind of speed it along.
All right, well...
But yes.
That's
like huge news. Like,
that is huge. Yeah, I don't want to belittle that. But I want to get on with the fucking story.
Crazy stories. Like,
I want to hear about this ass kicking.
Well, no, that didn't. Okay. So
I know, that's coming later.
Earlier in the week, late at night, I had fallen asleep, and me and Brad. So I'm subletting. Did I even go into that detail?
No.
About being in LA? Wow. Okay.
I know that, but our listeners don't.
People
all
don't.
100.
All 100 people don't. I am currently subletting a place. It's me and 2 internet friends. We met on the internet, and we decided to all move to LA together. And we met on the internet like a long time ago when we were like teenagers. You know,
right?
We were kids essentially, and we all loved stop motion, and so we were on the stop motion forum. And fast forward, I don't know how many years, but now here we are as adults, and we're living together. We all decided to move to LA, and so anyways, I'm subletting. We're subletting this place. Me and Brad sleep in the living room, and our friend Eric, he sleeps in the bedroom. That's kind of like the layout of this place, and it's kind of small, but it's in a nice complex. Anyways, so one morning, or no, sorry, this is nighttime. I'm sleeping, and I hear to get into our like whatever the place we're subletting. It's just like a sliding door. It's just like a sliding glass door, you know, like someone's trying to open it, and then I can hear like kind of like these muffled like oh, you know, like I think I heard like a fuck or something, like oh, fuck. And I'm like, so I just figured, you know, like Brad's coming home late, you know, maybe he can't open the door. So I get up, and it's like past 2 a.m. at this point. So I get up, I unlock the door, and I see him, and he's like, and he seems very like frantic, and he's like, "There's a German Shepherd behind me," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "There's a German Shepherd behind me," and I look, and there's immediately just a German Shepherd just sitting there, just behind him.
He looks happy though.
And he's like, "I don't know, I just see a German Shepherd." I mean, sure, when I add that sound, it sounds happy.
Yeah, it sounded great.
And so like Brad's just like, this German Shepherd just follows me for blocks. And so, he comes inside the room, and I'm like, so what do we let this dog inside? He's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what we should do. I mean, it's not our place. You can't just let this dog inside. And so we just closed the door, and the dog's just staring at us. It's not leaving. And then it's just like waiting to come in and like kind of like take a step and bonk his head against the glass. And like, you kind of felt bad. Like, oh, like I want this. What do we do? And I guess the German Shepherd didn't have like a tag or anything either.
He just follows everybody home?
Maybe. It followed Brad. And so like this German Shepherd's just out there. And so we both kind of conclude that, okay, this German Shepherd's going to like, leave at some point.
Right.
Maybe go home, So like we fall asleep. And then at 6 a.m. or like 6:30 a.m., I just hear, and I'm like, oh my God. And I hear this lady start like yelling and screaming, and she's like, oh my God, whose dog is this? Whose dog is this? And the German Shepherd attacked like her dog.
Oh no.
It just like stayed out. It just lived out there for like the next 4 hours. And it attacked us, it was like the craziest thing, because, we both were just like, the situation will fix itself.
Right.
Let's just go to bed. And then
it just got worse.
Dogs, eating another dog.
Oh shit.
Dude, yeah, it was like, are you kidding me? Like, how did that? Yeah, I don't know. And then just hearing this woman like scream or yell and just like yelling, "Whose dog is this?"
Wait,
like,
so did it hurt the other dog bad?
I don't know. I haven't seen the other dog.
Oh shit!
But I've seen the lady, and she doesn't seem like
mad
I don't know
at your
like
dog.
She's mourning. Yeah, she doesn't seem mad at our dog. But yeah, that was kind of a weird situation.
Yeah.
At the end. But so yeah, that was the thing that happened. And so after we did the podcast, I went to a comedy show. It was like a 420 show, and I was completely sober, as we had stated in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
So our good friend Jay texted us that there was going to be a UCB like comedy special, or I don't know what you would call it. I've never been to one of those things.
Yeah, no, I've always heard of them. I want to go.
Yeah. So I went out there, found parking, ran over to get in line, and the guy in front of me was just like looking at me weird, like he wanted to say something to me. And so I'm like why, why does he keep looking back at me? And eventually I asked him, I'm like, so like I'm in the very back, and he's just like, oh no, this is like the cutoff point. The line also wraps around. And I'm like, why wouldn't you have told me that? Like,
yeah,
what?
Like,
you're like, and the thing is too, he also has this, he has to hold this like piece of like this wooden, like, I don't know,
like a marker saying that he's,
that says like, line goes around back. But I just thought like, dude, this guy would not have told me if I hadn't said anything. And I thought that was really shitty. Like, I was kind of like, that's how much you don't want to talk to a stranger? Like, you're doing more damage to me than to yourself, you know? Like,
the anxiety we get on the first day of work, people feel about talking to other people.
I guess so, man. But I don't know, I couldn't, it was a weird thing where,
although,
like,
yeah, that's weird, but
was he
do you think it's weird that,
helping me out?
Oh, sorry, I keep cutting you off. People with, like, anxiety problems, I would never go to a comedy show. Like, I don't even have
anxiety problems.
If I don't have that bad of anxiety, but man, I get worried that I'm gonna get like called on by the comedian. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know.
But I mean, this guy could just be antisocial dude.
Yeah, and like maybe that's like a way, like a relief for them. Like someone with maybe like their thing is comedy, or I don't know. Who knows? I mean, like...
Maybe he's just into holding a wood sign.
He's into that?
Yeah. That's what he goes there for. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be right at the cutoff point.
Oh, he just brings his own sign, actually.
He lines up, and no matter where he's at, hey, yeah, the rest of it's around the corner.
The line ends there, yeah. Could be a bit.
Dude,
maybe that's the whole
you
thing.
could go back and start that bit.
Yeah,
You know
comedic
the owner's
genius,
gonna come out there and find you like, "Did you start this bit?" And you can take
Yeah,
credit.
exactly.
Because the other guy was not gonna talk
Then-
to him.
For sure. Yeah. Next thing you know, you're on stage with that same act. And then it turned out one of our friends had an extra ticket.
Oh,
And
you were in line to
Yeah.
get tickets, or
yeah, we were in line to get tickets.
Oh,
And
and
so
then you
texted
got
one
right
of our friends and went up there and was able to take that spot in line, and which was like just up there at the very front. And
Nice.
I got in. I have no idea if the guy in the very back got in, but pays to have friends in the front of the line
That is
with
very
extra
true.
tickets. We got inside, and I don't think I've ever even seen like a sketch comedy thing live in front of me. So that was kind of a cool experience. I don't remember the name of all the acts. I guess there's like Birthday Boys.
Okay, I've heard of them.
Jay Weingarten.
Heard of
He's
him.
a great comedian. I don't know. Paul Rust and whatever group he's in.
Oh yeah, Don't Stop or We'll Die.
Yeah.
Who
And
my
a bunch
favorite
of other,
comedian, Harris Whittles, was a part of. Rest in
Okay,
peace.
yeah. And so that's what I was going to get at is like a large part of this like comedy act was them. I mean, everyone was stoned from what I could tell. And there was a lot of jokes about Harris being dead. And that was crazy to hear,
Yeah. It's rough.
I think, yeah. I mean, I figured maybe that's just I don't know if that's like a thing where they're like,
A
Harris would have
grieving
wanted
thing?
this
Or-
yeah. So like they brought out like a tiny skeleton and they're like, look, everyone, Harris is here. And yeah. I mean, I
what was the
laughing.
reaction for that? You were laughing?
I think everyone was laughing at like, are you serious? Dang.
Yeah, I would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think
I don't
there's
know.
a lot
Also,
of,
like that dude's like
uncomfortable
my biggest idol, so
yeah.
I don't know if
Well,
it affects me more.
His best friend making
That's
the
his
joke,
best friend
so.
too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's rough.
Yeah, it was interesting, and so I went to my first comedy show, and that was pretty cool. And they threw like bread and candy at us, and you got yourself a meal. I guess
That's a good deal. Yeah, ticket in.
If you're a stoner, what you're looking for is bread mainly.
For sure, get those carbs.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to carb up, and you're trying to carb up for the hard winter that's ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they, and so, yeah, I experienced that. And then I went to, like some shows, saw some bands, and that was a really cool experience. I think it's weird when people frown on people who don't dance at shows.
That's what's weird.
Yeah.
I've been to many a show where nobody's dancing. But it's what I hate is the people that will, when there is like a couple people dancing, the people that stand right behind them and with their arms folded, just like, what are these people doing? At that point, fuck you.
Exactly. And yeah, we've had that encounter so many times, of these assholes. That if you're that asshole at a show and you're listening to this,
fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah, you heard it straight from Calling My Best Friend podcast.
Episode 1.
Big old fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you from the beginning. Just know that.
You can turn it off now because this episode isn't.
In fact, we encourage it. We already hit 100 listeners. So
yeah,
fuck
exactly.
you.
Also, if you're some sort of gun nut, fuck you.
Fuck you, gun nuts.
Yeah, exactly. We're fucking playing with Roman candles, and we're shooting those instead, and that's just as fun.
Real quick before we get back into it, are there any more fuck yous you want to throw out there?
Let's see. All you goddamn racists.
Sure, fuck you.
Yeah, and Nazis.
Yep. Get fucked.
You can.
Hey.
Yeah, you can get fucked as well.
Nazis, rewind this back. There's on iTunes. This is going up on iTunes eventually. There's a 15-second rewind. Press that right now, and listen to this. Fuck you.
Oh, and you could fast forward 15 seconds, and you're gonna get another fuck you. I'm gonna say it 15 seconds from now. So, you watch it. Who else should I? Oh yeah, the guy yelling at his wife. fuck you.
Well, I think that was almost the 15-second mark. So
Fuck you.
That was to Nazis
fuck
and the
you.
guy yelling. That's
Yeah.
that was sick. I think we'll
fucked.
end it on that. But yeah, that was solid ending to that bit.
Okay. Anyways, that's all the fuck yous we're handing out tonight.
Until next time on episode 2 of Calling My Best Friend.
Exactly. We'll have more. But yeah, so the guy in the band was like he was like super like vocal about it, like let's get a pit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of this funny thing. Cause,
did he say let's get a pit?
Maybe he was he was yelling it, and there was a lot of feedback in the mic, so he could have been saying something way different.
Yeah,
he said
don't know what,
maybe it was a shout out. He said, "Let's go, Amit," which is our friend who works at Nickelodeon.
We do have a friend, Amit, who works at Nickelodeon. You may have heard about a couple times in this show. Good friend, one of our best friends, works at Nickelodeon. And we know
he's listening right now, and he's throwing his head back, and he's shaking his head, and he's just.
Whoa, careful, Amit. Don't want to fall over in the chair. I'm just kidding. That's just a little joke for our friend Amit.
Yeah, Amit knows we're just kidding with him.
Sorry,
right,
bud.
Amit?
We should stop because I don't want to embarrass him.
Okay, yeah. Amit's a great guy.
Good
but
guy.
Anyways, so he was either saying let's get a pit or let's go Amit. And
okay.
So
either way, I'm down.
Either way, the crowd loved it.
Sure.
And they were hopping around on both feet and on one foot.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a crazy, crazy mosh pit, and there was this kind of funny moment where he went into he was going into a speech where he's like, President Trump, he wants to build that wall. He's going into one of those things. And
sure.
He's like, I want you all. Yeah, a monologue. He's like, I want you all. When I say Trump, I want you to say fuck you.
Whoa, he's opened this up to a dialogue.
Yeah, and so he said Trump, and the audience said fuck you, and he also said fuck the alt-right, and like how many of you guys heard about what happened down in Berkeley, and
Well, technically, Berkeley's up from you.
What's up?
Berkeley is up from you if that show was in LA. I don't want to be like a huge geology nut on this show. Geography.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be a huge geology nut. I'll be a geography nut. So Berkeley is up from you.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, it is up there, and people had heard of it. So you got a few people being like, yeah, because he said how many of you guys heard about what happened in Berkeley?
They're like, we've got iPhones.
People were like,
we know what the news is.
Yeah, we know what the news is. And so he kind of gave us a quick little summary on what happened.
Uh-huh.
And then he did this thing where he was like, now everyone from South America, let me hear you make some noise. All the people in the audience from South America.
Do you mean
literally?
Last episode you got South America mixed up with South Africa?
No, this is South America.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I am a geography nut.
And you are a geography nut. So he said, let me hear some noise. And it was silence.
Nice.
And then he's like, all the brown folks in the audience, let me hear you make some noise. And there's 5 people that said something.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Dude, it was so awkward. And
was it a white crowd?
I guess.
Damn.
We were all in the dark. But it was such a I know he was expecting a lot more, and he even made the comment I thought this was LA. What the fuck? and so that was, I don't know, that was kind of that stuck with me, that whole moment.
That's a pretty good bit. But
it was all a bit.
We're pulling up on an hour pretty soon here, if not already.
Okay.
So let's wrap up into this ass kicking, if you know what I mean.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay. Anyways, some other stuff happened. Shot some music video stuff. Met some cool people.
Boring.
Boring. If you're a listener in LA and you ever want to hang out, still.
Fuck you. This is my best friend.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about best friend replacement. I'm just saying if you want to hang out. Yeah.
We've got a total of
friend.
4 best friends.
Yeah. I'm not looking for another one. So if you're ever in LA, I guess say hello.
But be careful how nicely you say that hello.
Yeah. So the guy who we're subletting from, he's this gay, older, like Hispanic dude. I guess he's like living with his ex right now, but he keeps telling me he's in a relationship with a woman. So it's just really like, I don't know, like
he's just
I guess
living
I'm
life.
kinda, yeah, but anyways, like he started just like coming
Jumping?
over.
Oh,
Huh? Yeah, coming. He the whole situation right now is that we're coming up. We have to be out by the end of the month.
right.
By May 1st. And like I've got a new place to move to. Brad and Eric have a place to move to.
Wait, you're not moving in with them anymore?
No.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
not. Yeah, I've got we've split. We've went separate directions.
Damn. The dream is dead. You got
Yeah.
the internship from him, and then you ditched him.
Exactly. And that is at the beginning of the podcast we did mention that being a tactic.
Wow.
You get what you want, and
That's part of the
you drop
fame move.
people.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I said it in the beginning, but I didn't really know what went into it, and I kind of feel bad now. I'm down for the cause,
it's a
but
harsh world.
it makes me sick.
That's the only way, and it's a fair game because Brad expressed to me, he said I'm gonna fuck you over if you don't fuck me over.
Hey, recognized game.
And yeah, exactly. So, well, with all jokes aside, me and Brad are great friends, and no one fucked each other over, and the whole separating was treated with like the most respect on both sides.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. So we have to be out at the end of the month, and that was the understanding. And then there was a new proposal that the guy, he wanted us to pay $100 at the end of the month for a cleaning fee. And I don't know how many people are cool with that. He didn't take a deposit, or anything. He said like, you guys can pay $100 for a cleaning fee, or you guys can clean up the place yourself.
Sure.
He says, and then he gave us a third option, which was, or you guys can leave a week early and I'll just clean up everything, but you have to leave a week early. But it's like you already paid for that time there,
Yeah.
So I don't know how much of a deal that actually is.
And you've only been there a few months. How much do you have to clean?
Dude, not even a few months. I feel like we've been here 2 months.
Yeah.
And so I guess it was an agreed, we all agreed that Brad and Eric were going to move out like Sunday, like a week early.
Oh, but you didn't know?
Yeah, it was kind of late on me, like 2 days before that decision was made. So I was like, wait, what? I found out on a Friday that we need to be out on a Sunday in order for us to avoid this fee.
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck, like where am I I can't move into my place until like May 1st. So that's a weird, like I'm going to have to stay at someone's house then, like stay at my girlfriend's house or stay somewhere else.
Yeah.
It was kind of just a weird thing. And plus I'm like trying to edit a video right now. And so like that a whole week of editing, that's like a lot of time. And so to be disrupted from that,
sure,
like that sucks.
Yeah.
We didn't decide on what we were doing, and there was one morning where Brad and Eric weren't home, and I heard a tapping on the window of the sliding glass, and I looked, and it was the guy. It was the you can bleep out his name. It was John, or
what? You're making me.
There's no last name, so yeah, his
okay.
name's John.
Fuck you, John. I'm staying right in here.
Yeah, he taps on the window, and I like look at
this
him,
is
and then
the
he's
dude,
like open.
This is the dude that you're subletting from.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The older gentleman. And he also lives in the complex too.
What? So he's got 2 places?
Yeah. Yeah, he's living with his ex, which is, I guess, a weird
yeah. Okay. Anyways.
So he comes over, and I'm just in my underwear too, and I didn't even really like let him in, like type of thing. Like I didn't say come on in. I just kind of like looked at him, and then he opened the door. He barged right in. Yeah. Yeah. And then he asked like if Brad and Eric were there, and I'm like, no, it's just me. And so he's like, okay, like I need to know, are you guys moving out on Sunday? And I'm just like, I don't I don't really know what the situation is. Like,
yeah.
I just got back from tour, and I'm in no like
Clothes.
phone group chain
Oh.
with with that guy. So I'm like, I really don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know where to go if I have to get out. Like, I paid for a whole month.
Yeah.
And then, like, he kind of explains to me, like, okay, well, if you guys leave a week early, like, I'll waive the cleaning fee, and, you know, I'll just clean up. He's like, but I need all your I need all your shit out, like, by Sunday. And so I'm like, dude, like, I don't know if I can do that, you know, like, because I need to keep working on this project.
Yeah.
And so he's like, all right, well, here, I'll tell you what, like, you can stay here, but Brad and Eric need to be out.
What?
And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, I guess that'll work. And, like, because Brad and Eric are already talking about, they already have a place at this point that they can move into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird setup.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I don't know if I already said this, but, like, when he came in, he immediately told me to sit down on the couch.
No, you didn't say that.
And
that's a power move right there.
Tells me to sit down on the couch. And again, I'm just in my underwear and, like a wife beater or tank top.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Careful of language.
If wife beater, if you can't say that. Why is that shirt called a wife beater? Is it, like, supposed to be a literal, like...
It's the stereotypical shirt of, like, your asshole guy.
Oh, fuck.
You dress like an asshole.
Well, yeah, I was never sure, like, if that was, like, such a direct thing. Anyways, I'm in a tank top.
All right.
That you wear under a shirt. So that's how I'm dressed as he's talking to me.
Uh-huh.
And he starts, he's like, let me tell you what happened. So I'm taking care of this guy, and he dies. And I'm like, oh my God. Like,
yeah, what?
I'm sorry. And he's like, no, don't be sorry. I'm happy. And I'm like, okay, you're happy he died? And he's like, yeah, he needed to die.
Oh
and
my
it's like
God.
this, like, yeah, I'm like, I don't even know how to react. I'm like, he needed to die? He's like, he was suffering. And I'm like, oh man, like, I guess, so, like, he's out of, like, you know, like, put out of his misery. He's like, you can say that. He had no family, and he died alone. And I'm like,
what the hell?
What? Yeah, I'm like, what are you're telling me these crazy details all over the place.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's why I need my place back, because I can't handle the stress. And
wait, so
I'm just like,
this is his ex that died?
No, just some guy he's taking care. Yeah, the story's so confusing to me. He's taking care of someone, I guess, that died.
Okay.
And so he needs his place, but maybe that was, like, his job. So maybe, like, he lives, you know, that was, like, the job he would go to or something.
All right.
He lives with his ex. But so I guess he's mourning right now. He's grieving over the guy who's taking care of dying, while also saying he's happy he died.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe he meant happy, like, what a relief that he's out of pain. But it didn't feel like that.
Yeah.
Like, it did feel morbid the way he said it. Yeah, it was a morbid. He put it in such a morbid way.
Yeah.
And then he's, like, telling me about how this guy was just alone his whole life, and he was so
I forgot that
young
detail. It doesn't sound like he's...
Huh?
Doesn't sound like he cared too much.
Yeah, he's just like, he died alone. And he's just saying, like, his whole family abandoned him, and no one cares that he died, and he's the only one that is any type of friend. And so he's just, like, telling me this whole story. And then so then he's like, yeah, I need this place back. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. Like, I'm sorry this happened. I'll try and like link up with the guys, and we'll discuss what to do next. And then he's like, oh, by the way, someone just bought the apartment complex, so we're probably all going to get evicted anyways. And I'm like, holy shit, like when did that just happen? He's like, yeah. And you know what, really, I can thank your type of people for doing this.
What?
And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, my type? He's like, yeah, you millennials coming here, you creative types. And then he points at, like, my editing setup.
Sure.
And he's like, so then he's just like, you guys are pushing us all out. And and I felt like bad, and I was like being confronted right there, and that was such a intense situation just to hear that.
At first, I was on your side. I was like, what? This dude just thinks you're a bunch of punks. But now I'm on his side. Fuck you guys.
You can see where he's coming from. Yeah. So if we can throw in one last fuck you, it's to all the millennials out there.
Sure, yeah. I quit
my
good paying job to work at a hardware store again.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not going to be a part of the problem. Thank you very much.
Well, that's I don't even have a job, so
yeah, that's true. Okay. So fuck you.
I have nothing. So so he's telling me like us millennials are part of the problem, and I kind of get what he's not even kind of. I know what he's talking about.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. We've seen that.
Yeah. And so I'm just listening to him. I'm not gonna argue against him or anything like that. And then so he's just talking about how the neighborhood has changed, and and it's real. It was really an intense thing just to sit through and have him keep pointing the finger at me.
Sure.
And I'm still just in my underwear, so it's it's the most vulnerable state. He stayed an hour just going into this whole talking about that dude dying, and then how we're responsible. And then he's like, so anyways, I need you guys to discuss it, and I need for you guys to figure out if you're gonna leave, or if Brad and Eric are gonna leave by Sunday.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll have a meeting. And so he leaves. We didn't ever really have a meeting, everyone's working and stuff. And so, but I think Brad and Eric, they did decide to leave on Sunday. Eric had already left, and then Brad was cleaning up the last of his stuff. But Brad didn't take everything. He left some stuff behind, and I figured he was going to come back and maybe collect it today or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So this morning, John, he comes over again, and he just, again, lets himself in. He lets himself in, and then makes a comment as he's coming in and asks if I'm naked. And I thought that was kind of he didn't even really wait for a response. He just you naked, and then walks over to me, and that, I don't know. It's kind of fucked up,
It is fucked up.
Yeah. And then he just starts looking around the house, and then he just goes so do you know if they left? And I'm like, do you mean did they move out? He's like, yeah, did they move out? I'm like, I think, yeah, they're spending the night at their place. And then he's like, well, then what is all this shit? And he's pointing at Brad's computer set, because Brad didn't take his computer yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think Brad's gonna, he's gonna come collect that later. It's like, no, that wasn't part of the deal. The deal was that they're supposed to have all their stuff out by today. And what is this? This is his computer. Is he leaving this? He's like, and no one is texting me. No one is keeping me in the loop. He's like, and I'm coming here, and they're disrespecting me. They're disrespecting me in my own house. And he's like, I'm so pissed. You have no idea, Jeremiah, how pissed I am. I am so upset.
How did you get on his good side?
I don't know.
Damn.
There, but I'm still just sitting there. I'm literally just sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
Again in my underwear, and just he's just going in, and and then he starts saying he's like, seriously, if they want to play games with me, I will kick their ass. I will, if they were here right now, I would kick their ass. I want to beat them. He's like, I am so pissed. I need to take a moment to breathe. And then he looked at something else. He's like, what is this? And he starts walking into he walks over into the other room where Eric was sleeping. And then I just hear him he just flips out, and he's just how can they, they left. What do they expect you to deal with this? Did they know they were going to unleash the wrath? And he keeps talking about the wrath. He says, if they want to unleash the wrath, I will unleash the wrath. And I'm just what is going on? And then he's like, I will. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take his computer. He wants to play these games with me. Then he has to come over and face me man to man. I'm taking his computer. And so he threatens to, and he's he'll say that and then look at me for a response, I'm going to take his computer and then look at me am I supposed to object? Or...
I don't get the understanding that this guy thinks he came to. So, did he think the agreement was Brad and Eric move out, and then he can just walk in as you're living there anytime he wants?
Dude, yeah, and that's where I'm like, whoa, I'm still living here, dude.
Yeah.
Like, me being able to, are you also living in here? Like, I don't know what this means. And it's just like, and it's so uncomfortable because it's like early in the morning, and this guy's just like, it wasn't that early in the morning, but it's still like kind of morning-ish.
Uh-huh.
And he's just like yelling at me, and just like, I don't know what role I'm supposed to play in this thing. And then he goes into his whole millennial rant again. It's like, you millennials, don't even give me that bullshit that you can't text back. You're all always on your phone. I saw you on your phone before I came in here. And I was like, ugh, it's fucked up. And so, yeah, and then he just goes into this whole thing about like how he wants to beat, Eric and Brad. And then he starts bringing up the guy who died again. He's like, that whole thing it's all fucked up. Everything's fucked up. Shit's going to hell. And he's like, I can't live with my ex anymore. I need to move in here as soon as possible. You guys need to clean up. And if you don't clean up, then, I will unleash the wrath. And it was a weird thing just to have happen in the morning.
Dude, yeah, that's, I don't know how you do it, but you always get the weirdest landlords.
I know. I hate it. Or roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah, my last roommates weren't too weird. They weren't weird at all, but I've had some weird roommates or housemates. But yeah, dude, this guy he's ready to unleash the wrath, and
you're gonna be on the wrong end of it.
And I know he's gonna come over again tomorrow or something. It's not over. He said, do you think you have rights? He asked
what?
Do you think you have rights? And I was like, like here?
You
like,
do?
Yeah. Do you think you have rights here? You have no rights. You have no rights here. Did you sign anything? And we didn't. So I was like, no.
You didn't?
He's like, exactly. You have no rights here. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's kind of like scary the way he said that. You have no rights here.
Damn, this dude's pulling some
no
shit.
Rights there.
You're not going to get out of this for years.
Exactly. I'm locked in. I got to live in there with the guy.
Well, that's fucked up. But my battery's dying over here, so...
Oh, shit. All right. Well, that's kind of strange that your battery always dies, but all right. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
Of course, man. Every time.
Yeah. Is this how we just wrap it up? Is there a wrap-up process?
Typically I'll say, it was nice talking to you. I hope you have a good week. I'll text you.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff I didn't even get to go into, but I don't know. We talked more. I kind of like that we didn't just talk about my week. We actually talked about a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, I feel like I still don't know a good format. I want to try and keep this to about an hour. Otherwise,
okay.
I don't want to.
Have you heard any has anyone given you any feedback on what we should do?
I've got no constructive feedback. Sorry and I appreciate everybody that listened, really. Everybody said they liked it, so yeah. I don't know. I guess we're doing.
And maybe we should also have a shouts out segment.
Yeah. First of all, shout out to our friend Amit.
Yeah.
Over at Nickelodeon. He's mixing up all the slime every day.
And you know that I can just imagine Amit right now. He's listening to this and he's just shaking his head.
He's got his headphones on. He's got a big ass wooden spoon mixing around like a Home Depot bucket full of slime. Amit, we love you, buddy.
Sorry, Amit. We're gonna keep clowning on you. You just accept it.
And our other best friend Jay, shouts out to you. This is a test to see if he listens to it. So Jay, I want you to text us both. Group chat. Yeah. Thanks for the shout out. You better be appreciative.
Oh yeah, okay. Also, shouts out to Royce. Royce gave some great encouragement.
What? That is the one good thing that we got. No offense to anybody else that said nice things about us. Royce, very constructive, gave me some pointers. I figured out how to enable downloads, so if you guys have bad streaming, you can download this now. Sorry, I recorded at a very high bit rate, so It might take a little while to download. And I've got this submitted to go up on iTunes. Hopefully that'll happen soon. It's got to be approved. So somebody at Apple,
we're getting up there.
If you're listening to this,
that's okay. Is that all the shouts out? I mean, look, if you want a shout out, you gotta. We're not just handing these out, you know?
Right?
You gotta deserve it. So yeah, as far as I know, no one told me anything about the podcast. So
wait, really? You haven't heard anything? I've heard.
All I've seen is like.
I've heard a lot of. I liked what I was able to get through.
I was what? Oh,
people didn't finish it, so I said, "Oh, that's cool. Something's better than nothing."
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. If you want a shout out, let's hear. I want you to like list off your favorite things and some feedback and whatever you want. Just something original and something nice or mean, you know.
Yeah, and to tell us that, we are on Twitter and Instagram at CMBF Podcast. You can message us there, comment on the one photo we've got up. Maybe I'll add another.
Yeah,
we gotta get some good group photos. I'll have to come down there.
Yeah,
and we'll take
group photos of like all
you and
of
me,
us,
the boys,
the whole gang,
the whole gang
behind this podcast.
Yep,
podcast.
We'll get a Mitten there too, and Jay.
Yeah,
coming down, bud.
Dude, yeah, get him. That's our buddy out there from Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
he's just
Jay is not a Nickelodeon.
He's just shaking his head right now.
I can see him with his headphones on. Big old wooden spoon. Mixing up some slime. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to.
We're just playing with you.
Don't want to keep everybody, but go ahead. Let us know if you want a shout out. Tweet at us. Comment on our thingy. That's it. Also, again, huge thank you to our friends in Shut Ups for the music that we're putting at the beginning and end of this show.
Also, one quick reminder, little callback.
Go for it.
If you wanted, earlier I did become an intern for Abso, so if you did cheer, you can go ahead and send some
we do want to get an audio file, preferably a WAV file, 24-bit. It doesn't have to be, but the better quality works.
Sure.
So
and that'll make it into the next podcast. And
if you want to drop it onto a Google Drive,
your followers get boosted up.
Yep, definitely. Anyways, that's it for us. This has been Calling My Best Friend, episode 1. Have a good time, everybody. Well, I'm just gonna pretend.
You're breaking up.
I'm not on the cell phone here. No, we appreciate you listening, and have a good time.
Bye.
Bye.